Hey guys, today we're going to be fixing this problem here with having this weird extension cord set up going down the wall into this receptacle. I'm going to be installing another receptacle up higher on this wall so this cord can plug directly into it without having this blue cord running up and down like that. So as I said, it will be right about there. And across from it, in the inside, we have this junction box right here. And when I installed this junction box, I ran a whole bunch of Lumex cables up from the panel. And I have two spare ones. I have a spare 12-2 and a spare 14-2. All the other ones are used. As you can see, here's a spare 14-2. Now this is an extension box. We've got another box in there, so I should be able to come out the back or the side of this box up in the wall, because I've got a stud here and a stud right here, I believe, and then I will be able to get it up over to where I want my box to be. So I'm going to be mounting a rab box, surface mount, or a bell box, rab box, whatever you want to call them, surface mount. Now it's easier to mount a surface mount box so you're not cutting a hole in the wall, but it's harder to actually fish your wire up, because if you cut in like a 1004 and or 1104 box, it's actually a lot easier to fish your wire because you can actually fit your hand inside the wall to grab the wire. With this, you just have a tiny little hole for your connector. Now I'm doing it this way. So now I'm going to want my box on the other side to be 19.5 inches over off the door right here. So that would take me to right about there. Now I'm pretty sure there's no studs right there, which makes sense because the stud would be on this side of the panel and on this side, so I'm right in a good spot to do that. Alright, so I'm going to mark it out on the other side here. So now I'm going to knock out this back knockout here. Just prying at this back knockout here. Should be enough to stick some needle nose in there. There we go. Now that that knockout's been removed, we can go over to the other side now. This drill bit is terrible. So I was able to push up some solid number 10 from inside that junction box. I was able to get it up here, and then I was able to catch it with this piece of number 10, just catch it and then pull it down until I could see the end that I rounded off so it doesn't get all stuck on insulation, and pull it out. So this guy, took a little bit of time, maybe 10-20 minutes. Then on the inside, I've got this bit right here. Should be good right there. Here we go. Now I'll use that as my hook. Alright, this is the setup. Hopefully that will hold. And there you have it. We've still got plenty on the outside here. Cut way more than I was expecting, but it's better than the other way. Now I'm gonna slip on an NMD90 connector. All right, there we go. That's connectors in there secure. Now for this side, we don't need nearly this much length, I'd say. Right about here would be more appropriate. Now for our box here. I'll get this guy all set up. So first, we're not going to need top or bottom knockout. So I'll put the fillers in. Get those guys tight. Now, you can secure the box with knocking out those two screws, which I think is what I'm going to do, since it just looks better that way rather than using these stupid little clips. I don't like these. These things are so flexible. They're not really strong enough, or the screws will strip out or pull out, so I don't like to use those. So these guys can kind of just go like that, and it's usually better if you don't miss. There's first one knocked out. They're pretty easy to knock out. They're not very thick metal where they are. There you have it. Now I'm going to thread in a Lumex connector on the back. Because the box is threaded, we don't need the lock nut. And thread it in. Now I can take the Lumex here, run it inside the Lumex connector. Tighten up the screws on the connector. With your Lumex through, your connector will go on the back like that. I had to chip away at this hole a little bit more for this connector here, but it now fits, as you can see, flush up against the wall. There we go, that's good and solid, because it's not actually screwing it to the concrete board hardy plank, it's actually screwing it to the plywood behind here, or OSB, no, plywood. I'm gonna take this stuff down so you guys can see a little better. First thing here is going to be to bond the box. Remove this screw here, bonding screw. down around it, crimp it a little. Now we don't need these guys quite so long. Now we need our in-use cover here, and we need a GFCI. Make sure that's a 15 amp. Yes, it is. Here's our GFCI. Now it also came with a cover, but we won't need that. Install our ground underneath there. Now I'm not back wiring, or not back stabbing. I'm using the plates on them. The plates are fine. It's backstabbing that's not good. Wrapping the terminals would be okay too, but this one offers it, so I'll use it. So now, like I said, not backstabbing where you're using the holes. Those are not a secure connection. Using the plates are okay. There's our neutral. There's our hot. There we go. Now I'm going to wrap my receptacle in tape here over the terminals. Now I'll sort of accordion this up in here nicely. There we go. Those wires are nicely folded up so they won't get pinched or anything. This is a spec grade receptacle. Before I screw it down all the way, I'll install the in-use cover. So with the cover here, it comes with the door not attached, so we'll do that later. So don't lose the door and don't lose the pin for the door. And then it will come with all of these different inserts to change if you had a switch or a old-fashioned duplex receptacle, like not a Decora one, the older style. But we don't need any of those, and I want the door to open, say I want it to open upwards, I think. Yeah, let's do it. Actually, I think I want to do it this way. So I got my lock on the bottom corner here. Now I'll finish screwing this down to get the in-use cover nice and snug. Now I suppose we are maybe supposed to have it face downwards, so this, like if you had this one out, water would come in the top, but it like soffits right here.
Whatever.
There we go. So now I'll put our cover on pin. There we go, pins pushed in. If this cord is going to come in this way, So for now, this is how this will be until I get it wired up on the inside. So I think I'm gonna leave things right here for part 1. And in part 2, I'm going to tie everything in right here and install the breaker for this new dedicated circuit for the tower. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and give it a like. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That really helps me out a lot. And if you're interested to see stuff earlier and some bonus stuff that you wouldn't see on YouTube, go follow my Instagram account at Pickle700. Leave any comments or questions down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.